Email. It's the bane of many people's existence, but let me tell you, in the past year, I hit inbox zero more than 150 times, meaning that at some point during the day, I had no emails in my inbox. And it's easier than you may think. So I'm going to give you my secrets to how I consistently hit inbox zero. And I'm even moving my goals up this year because I would love to have a full year of inbox zero every single week. Now, I'm not saying that's practical for everyone, but after doing 150 days and a 12-week streak last year, I think I can do better this year. So here are my secrets to inbox zero. Now, the first thing is you need to think about your email inbox as just that, an inbox, right? If you had a physical inbox on your desk, I used to actually have one on my desk. If you think about a physical inbox, you had 1,000 emails in that physical inbox. That would stack high, right? That would drive you nuts. And that's kind of the way I feel when I look at an inbox, an email inbox with that many emails, right? That's like so much. And maybe the fact that it's so much is holding you back from taking care of it. But it's easier than you think to get through it. Because when you treat your inbox as just that, an inbox, things come in, you need to do something with them, then it gets a lot easier to see this as something I need to take care of. Now, I like to do my email first thing in the day. I come into my office, I get down to inbox zero, then I get on with my workday. And honestly, I close my email app and I don't really open it until the next day, or maybe I pop it open, 5 or 6 hours later. That's just me, right? But just because I'm taking care of things doesn't mean I'm actually doing the email. Many times email responses require context that you may not have at the moment. Maybe you need to wait for a day before you can give an answer to this because you need an answer from somebody else. So you can't always do things the moment that they come into your inbox. So I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks to knock this down, get to inbox zero, and stay at inbox zero. So the first secret here is inside of your inbox. An individual email, it has a couple of different resolutions, one of which is you just answer it. And you answer it, it goes off, it's on someone else's plate, right? That's the most intensive one, and those are the things that you can reply to now with little effort. 2, there are the things that you cannot take care of right now, and you need to wait for some additional context before responding to them. This is where the all-important feature of Snooze comes in. Now, I use an email client called Superhuman. I'm going to show it to you in this video, but that said, many email clients, including Gmail itself, have the idea of Snooze. Now, here's another one that says action required, register an email verification for easyeuchre.app. It says a Euchre app that I made, a card game. Now, if this was an email that I could not answer right now, but I needed to answer, I'm going to snooze this bad boy. Now, in Superhuman, that is just as simple as hitting the H key or remind me, snooze like this, and then you can tell it when you would like to snooze. In fact, you can push things off to tomorrow, next week, someday, which that's very funny, but most of these times you can have the option to snooze things as long as you want. I think snoozing is one of the most underrated features in any email client, because if it is in my inbox, that means I need to take care of it right now. And if I can't take care of it right now, when do I need to take care of it? Well, hey, you know what? I don't have time today to do this. I'm going to push it off to tomorrow. It's out of my inbox, right? Okay, it'll pop back into my inbox tomorrow, and then I can decide again if I would like to snooze it or take care of it or whatever. It's off my plate right now, right? So I want to reiterate that snoozing is one of the most important hacks for getting your inbox under control, because you cannot do everything at this very moment. You can even snooze things for a couple of hours, which I might do. I might have an email that I want to respond to today, and I will snooze it for 4 hours. So that way it comes back in, it's fresh in my brain. So if you need to do it and you cannot do it right now, you snooze it. That should get rid of a ton of your email. Another one is anytime you have promotional email. Let's say I'm getting these Topaz Labs email. At some point I signed up for their newsletter. I would imagine you have a ton of email newsletters in your inbox. A lot of people do. These newsletters, unless they're like highly educational, things you want to read and stuff like that that you may snooze, they're almost all completely useless. So to cut down on the amount of email you receive every day, you unsubscribe liberally. basically, you unsubscribe to every single promotional newsletter that exists. If you sign up for a newsletter to get 10% off something, you unsubscribe from it afterwards. Again, unless it's like an educational email, like let's say the syntax newsletter, right? We give actual educational content and people value that content. We're not just trying to sell you something. But if people are trying to sell me something like software, I don't want this in my inbox, so I'm going to unsubscribe like crazy. Now, many new email clients have an unsubscribe button built right in. Superhuman has this unsubscribe button. I can just hit Command U. I can unsubscribe and trash all of the emails from news at Topaz Labs. You know what? Sorry, Topaz Labs. I love you, but I'm going to trash it all. Confirm. Gone. And again, not all email clients do this, but the good ones do. You can see that I'm on some sort of spam list. Somebody's trying to get me to promote some crappy bracelet here. So I noticed that there's a little unsubscribe button on here, which means I'm on some kind of list. And again, unsubscribe, trash all from this person, it's done. So snooze what you can't do right now. Unsubscribe from anything that is trying to sell you something. And once you've done that, hopefully your email is looking way more slimmed down. Because I can guarantee you the amount of things that you have to respond to at this instant, like right now, is pretty minimal. So in reality, at this point, your email should be looking pretty slim. And at that case, you actually just take care of the emails that you need to do right now. And between those 3 tips, you will get your inbox looking like this in no time. So to recap, snooze anything that you cannot or should not do at this very instant, but you need to have your attention on at some point. Unsubscribe from anything that's trying to sell you anything. And lastly, take care of the emails and actually do the things you need to do, because by then, the amount of things in your inbox should be really small and unintimidating that you can just knock it out. I know a lot of people get paralysis when they see a lot of email and just don't know what to do. But I think even if it's your first time going from 1,000 down to here, if you're unsubscribing and trashing all from them, a good hack is that in Gmail, you can get all emails from a specific sender and just delete them all at once. That should clear up your inbox like crazy. And also, you don't need a fancy email client to get to inbox zero, to snooze, to do all these things. But let me tell you, if you want a fancy inbox, one that is somewhat expensive because it is so good, Superhuman is really as good as people say. I withheld Superhuman for a long time as far as email clients go. And it's great. I'm a huge fan. So if you sign up for Superhuman, I'll have my referral code down below. You don't have to use it, just if you want to do it as a favor from me. This is not an ad for Superhuman. You can use a ton of different email clients and get the same functionality from Missive, Spark, even Gmail. You can do it directly in there. So how often do you hit inbox zero? Is your inbox overwhelming to you? Is it obnoxious to you? Does it make you sweat when you look at it? Either way, try these things. Snooze, unsubscribe, do that stuff, get the email off your plate, and get that weight off your shoulders. Let me know what you thought about this. This is different from the usual thing we do around here, but hey, this is a tip. This is something I do every single day, and I felt like it was worth sharing. I know a lot of folks have some major inbox problems, and I wanted to tell you how I actually handle that. So as always, this is Scott with Syntax. I'll see you in the next one.